Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show, live on WBON TV Channel 9 and on radio at V99.3, Sports Radio 103.5 and Y92.5. Support your favorite local teams and enjoy the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Also brought to you by Bishop Small Engine Repair, the law offices of Patrick O'Neill, Nuevo Vallarta, and Aero Auto Glass. Now let's go live to your host, Michael Watkins and Samantha Burford.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Michael Watkins, Samantha Burford. An exciting week. EKU back in session.
Can you tell with the traffic?
I haven't been over that way today. I've been busy.
Gosh, no, I'm talking all over Richmond. It's everywhere.
I mean, not really. I haven't paid attention to it. Has it been bad?
It's been bad.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. I'm sure these guys can
say
attest
it's bad, but it's just back to normal.
Yeah, okay, we should be used to. We got about a 2-month break, and now we're back at it again.
It's back to normal, and it's better when it is that way.
Well, it is the first week of high school football. We're 2 weeks away from college football. So what did we decide to do? Let's talk some hoops. We got some basketball here on the show tonight.
For those of you that don't know and don't watch the show regularly, we had the EKU football players on throughout the entire summer. Go back and watch because you really get to know everybody.
Yeah, and that was kind of the thinking with today's interview and next week as well.
And so now we're going to get to know the basketball team.
First of all, guys, how was school? I mean, class today. Did you have class? Yeah, we'll start with you. You got the mic. Oh, hang on, we can turn him up there, Copeland. We'll get you fixed up. No class today? How'd you get away with that?
So I got in-person classes Tuesday, Thursday.
He's fixing it for us.
And
Uh-oh.
Fridays.
Oh, there it is. It's got a short in it, yeah.
Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, no in-person classes. Tuesday, Thursday, I got an in-person class. And then I got the rest of mine are online.
Okay.
So, this is my last semester of classes, and then I'm done with classes.
So what are you majoring in?
Sports management.
Okay, all right.
Okay, when you say that, I saw that in your bio today, sports management. What is the ultimate goal when you get out of school?
To manage sports.
Yeah, I don't.
How?
I don't know yet. I've thought about getting into college coaching. I've thought about maybe getting my master's somewhere. But I've also thought about trying to start my own sports agency. Honestly.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things you can do with that, right?
That's where I was going.
Yeah.
He said he could possibly coach, and it is
in his
family
blood.
tradition.
It's in his blood.
It's yes.
He said Dad had retired from teaching now, but he still got the coaching gene going on.
Yeah,
a little bit, right?
he retired from teaching and coaching, but I don't think he'll stay away from coaching for a long time.
He still coaches you up a little bit.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. Does he after each game? Do you get that from him? Look.
Yeah, I mean,
could have done this.
Yeah, he always tells me, what I did good, what I need to work on.
Yeah.
But
you're used to it though, right?
Yeah, like he's real supportive of me, and he tells me, good job when I do good, and he's honest with me when I'm not doing good. He'll give me tips. So
yeah,
when you look
if you miss a free throw, he gets.
Oh yeah, free throws.
We ain't doing that.
I know,
if I miss a free throw,
if I
miss a free throw, you got to look over at him. He'll have a reaction. He'll have a reaction.
Be like, what just happened?
When you look at the year, I mean, obviously we know about transfer portal, and you and Jackson and you guys have been hanging around. You guys have been here, and you've kind of helped build this program and keep it where it is. Look at what you guys have had over the last 3 or 4 years. A lot of success. Last year had that long winning streak. I think it was like the longest winning streak in program history, or one of the longest winning streaks in program history during the conference. So now going into this year, it's almost an entirely different team. You got Evans Paul, you got Jackson, you got Merrick that's still there, but you lost a lot of guys. So how hard has it been on you? And it's almost a revolving door year after year, just trying to kind of keep chemistry with these new guys that you guys bring in.
Yeah, I think it's hard to, obviously hard to keep chemistry. But I think it makes it a lot easier, especially this year when Coach has recruited the guys that he has. It's a lot of, I'm not just saying this because it's, a show or whatever, but, these guys are really good people. And, it's been really good because these guys don't hesitate to make an extra pass or, to everybody hanging out off the court. And that just makes it real easy. And, we have from middle of June till the beginning of November being in the gym every day together all day, it really helps. So by then, we'll have created a lot of chemistry and we'll be rolling.
When you look at the camp that Coach had, you got a couple of chances to be involved in that. I saw some of you guys out there this year. Does that help too? I mean, because then I think too, it's like it's not just basketball. You're out there teaching the younger kids about the game that you guys love. So does that help a little bit with building that chemistry up?
Yeah, Coach always talks about, it's not what you give, or it's not what you get, it's what you give. And, giving back to the kids and the young community, I think that teaches us a lot, and that allows us to have something in common. We're not just doing something for ourselves, but we're doing something for other people. So, we can bond that way too.
You want to pass the mic?
That's what I was going to make sure you didn't have. So we got Juan.
Well, I always have lots of questions, but yeah.
Yeah, we got Juan Cranford Jr.,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So you're coming. And me and Sam, when we first saw the picture of you,
Crushing the
basketball, I was like, oh, okay, this guy's going to be a Huscat, man.
Nah, yeah.
Did you really crush it, or was it partly deflated?
You ain't got to
crushed
tell
it.
us.
I
I was like,
crushed
you
it.
ain't got to tell us.
No,
Yeah,
I
you
crushed
crushed it. Well, you trying to look, people want to. She gets in trouble. You got sometimes you got
It
to
was airing it before. I cursed it for sure.
So what is your
No doubt.
position?
We believe it.
Like what would you say? Like describe your game, because again, we're trying to get folks out there to kind of get to know you guys a little bit.
Yes.
So describe your game to somebody watching this. Again, we know football's first, but we're talking basketball. Let's
Well,
talk
they
about
just
that.
ended summer practice,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So what are you doing now? Like recovering.
Yeah, first day back, we just been lifting. And, we did individuals today. So Tuesdays we do conditioning and lift, and we'll still have practice or individuals. And I believe what the day? Thursday.
Yeah.
Thursday's conditioning and Saturday.
You guys really can't do like official practice till October, right? October, what, middle of October, October 15th or something, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But talk about your game. So describe your game for folks at home. I mean, shooter. I'm not a shooter, but for folks that
You
are
just
going to be
told
excited.
everybody you were a minute ago, though.
I never said that.
Yeah, that
no,
you went
Oh no, I just said I played. I wasn't a shooter for sure. But for the folks that are watching, describe your game a little bit for us.
I can shoot the three.
Okay.
You know,
all right.
I can shoot
Perfect
at
for A.W. Hamilton system.
Nah, for sure, at a high level. And, one thing about my game, I just play the game the right way. When I have a great group around me, it's easy to, make the right plays or, just play the right way. So that's what a lot of people don't see about my game. But, I can make the pass, rebound, stretch the floor, like things like that. But, I can shoot the ball pretty well, but I'm trying to open my game up a little bit more.
Okay.
Just
Little
I know
penetration
teams,
and
yeah, teams watch film and everything. So,
Well, you've won a lot of accolades, too.
Nah,
so
for sure.
do you worry about, are you excited about trying to – is that a goal, I guess? That's my question.
I mean, yeah.
New challenge maybe for you.
Right.
For sure, yeah, I guess you can say that.
You've conquered one conference, or you're thinking, I'm going to conquer this conference?
I just let the season go how it go. It's in
Yeah.
God's hands, so I just let it play out.
Okay.
There's no pressure or nothing.
Yeah.
Well, I know the guy that's sitting next to him, you brought up a
I
cool
did,
point.
because he didn't know.
Yeah,
See,
I didn't
looked
know
it up
that.
today. I was like, oh, my gosh, these two guys have played each other.
Yeah, and in a pretty important game. You guys played in
an
the NCAA tournament.
Nah, yeah.
So before we go to Amar, talk about that experience and how you can kind of bring that to an Eastern team that's been on the cusp of, man, we're right there. Let's try to win this conference and make an NCAA tournament run. You guys were there, so talk about that and how you can kind of bring that experience to this team.
It was a great experience, just to be there. I was back at home in Dayton, Ohio. That's where we played at Dayton. So it was the experience just out the roof. That's just something that, everybody don't get to see that. So just playing in that atmosphere, just being around, playing with March Madness is a great blessing. But when you have a great group of guys, and that's what we had last year. Just everybody just was together. It wasn't everybody going different routes. So, but I got a good feeling about this year. This is the same team. We bond together. We're not selfish. We're making the right reads. So, just being together, that's just gonna make it easy for us to make the route.
Pass this over to Amar. And Amar, you hit that shot that won the game that beat Juan's team. Do you ever rub that in on him, or do you ever bring it up? I know you said Coach brought it up quite a bit. Do you guys ever talk about it?
It was Alabama State, right?
Yeah,
In
yes,
St. Francis.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I really don't bring it up off the fact I don't want to, I know. I got
Keep chemistry. We talked about chemistry, right? Yeah,
chemistry,
exactly.
But we hear it all the time. Coaches every camp, every time somebody meets me, that's the first story that they bring up. But I'm glad to be able to play with him. He's a real shooter. I think he had 19 against us.
Okay.
Yeah, 19. Yeah, he was hooping. We couldn't stop him. But it was a fun game, and I'm ready to go back.
Yeah. Now, you talk about that same thing with the experience of being in that tournament and making that run and how you can kind of bring that to this team. And what was the biggest thing you learned about, playing on that big stage?
You just really gotta have that one more mentality. It's a game of runs. Like we was down the first half, and our biggest thing was just to stay locked into the goal. We knew like that we worked hard to get there, and our biggest thing was just to just play our game and try to do whatever it takes to get the dub, and we made that happen.
What do you all think about Coach Hamilton? Obviously, he's your coach. You see a different side of him than the public sometimes sees. Because when he's here, we feel like we can play basketball. Like we can be shooting from across the parking lot.
Yeah,
and
great
make it.
motivator, I feel.
Such a motivator.
Yes.
So I know he's got to be motivating to you. But you guys also see that other side of him, too, where he's pushing you.
Mm-hmm. So like since the first day I met him, like he spoke nothing but great things about me. He also told me like he's gonna be on me hard and like he's gonna make me play and he's gonna make me give it all I can. And since the first day, it's been amazing. He's been supporting me. I knew I had to come here because he's a great coach on and off the court. Like he take care of me and my fiance. He made sure we good and then he loved us, and that's the biggest thing that I was looking for. Just somebody that love me and make me better on and off the court.
Pass the mic over to Evans, Paul. And so last year you had kind of a role where you were the defensive guy. There was a couple of games where you were just swatting things out there like Isaiah did, and you obviously know about Isaiah Cozart. Yeah. So talk about that, and now that you're back, has Coach talked about maybe what you're expanding your role some, or what's maybe kind of expected of you as you come back?
I mean, since I've started playing basketball, I've always really had like a defensive role.
Okay.
Always like being one of the bigger dudes out there. So it's like defense has just always been a part of my game. So that's just something that I expect to do and the people around me expect me to do. And as of my role, I talked with Coach a lot, especially after season had ended. And we talked about expanding my role. I've been here all summer. I hadn't gone home all summer. I was here all summer just working out, working on my game, getting better. And we just been talking back and forth, talking about how I'm improving, things I got to do, things I got to work on. And he's just been there every step of the way, helping me through it and everything, making sure I had trainers with me here in the summer. So I had a way to work out, a place to work out. And he just, he was just always there for me.
I mean, his goal is obviously to get you improving.
Yeah.
And all four of you, really. What is the goal as far as this season? Is there specific goals that you might have? Like, okay, we're going to win the conference. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to beat whoever you really, dislike.
We got
on
one
the
team, we got
schedule.
one rival.
That one big rival.
Okay, Coach, he always talks about his goals for us as a team is it's never really to win the conference tournament. Of course, that's something we want all to happen, but his goals really for us are to just be out there and just be the hardest working team out there on the court, doing everything we got to do to try and secure that win. So it's just like all the material things like winning a conference championship, going to the tournament, getting up on that ladder, that last game of this conference, cutting that net down. Those are things he doesn't really talk much about. He just talks about us getting better, doing everything we can to get better every single day, and just playing as hard as we can, just leaving it all out there.
Well, we also think, too, he wants you guys to be good men.
Yes, yeah.
That is what we have found in Coach Hamilton
Well, and
all
I think
of his teams.
just the way that he talks about it when he comes on here,
Right.
that it's always positivity and
Right.
Even the ones that have left. I mean, when you look at Kimball and guys that
Moreno
the guys that either graduated or the
Right.
guys that transferred out, he's never had a bad thing to say about them, and I
Right.
think that's important. But for you, being one of these return guys that have been around Richmond, been
leader
around the
now.
university, what have you tried to do specifically to kind of help these guys either get used to the area, find the cool places to go eat at, there's a little hole in the
Stay
wall,
out of
mom and pop
BBH.
restaurants. Yeah. Don't get without getting in
Not
trouble.
BBH.
Yeah.
Stay out of BBH.
But what have you guys been trying to do, or what have you done to try to help them come along and get comfortable with being in Richmond?
I mean, we all hang out, so it's like whenever old hangout spots that might have went to last year, of course we'll bring them along. So it's like and they need a ride somewhere. They don't got a car, need a ride. Hit me up. I'll give you a ride. It's cool. I got a car. So it's just like whatever I got to do, whatever it takes, just let me know, and I'll be there for you.
That's good. And then, and you got to have that because again, that's leadership. And let's pass the mic back
Well,
over
I'm
to
also
Turner.
thinking too, while they're in the car, that's a great time to talk.
Yeah.
Exactly
we
what
gotta
you
crank
do.
up the jams,
Leadership
man.
stuff.
Yeah, you got to have the aux
Okay, well,
cord, right?
I'm thinking, they just went to Lake Cumberland, right?
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
all
a
4
couple
of you
weeks
go?
ago,
The whole
yeah.
team went? How cool was that? That's the kind of stuff I like to hear
Yeah.
about. That was some great team bonding.
Well, and I know Coach has done things
And I'm
like
sure
that with
y'all
you guys
got
in the
flipped
past.
off. Got flipped off
Of the tube.
the tube.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to do that to them. You don't want them to get them hurt. Who drives the boat when you guys do stuff like that? Is Coach driving the boat?
No, Coach has. Coach has, obviously his lake house there,
Yeah.
and he's got just 2 people that I think he just met at the lake.
Okay.
He's been longtime friends, people he trusts to not do anything.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Not get you guys hurt.
Yeah. And they and one of them is Chip. He's a police officer here in Richmond.
Okay.
And he has a boat there. He lives out in Coach's neighborhood. He's one of them, and then the other one, I think he is there.
His
at the
family
lake
friend
with
or
him.
something. Yeah.
And they drive the boats. Somehow we've had a faster boat every year. So I don't know what's gonna happen next year. I'll be gone, but that the boat this year was fast. Both of them were.
Yeah.
Well, you guys play baseball. You have a big baseball game every year, so it's cool just seeing some of the things that you guys do to kind of build that chemistry and maybe take your mind off of basketball for a little bit. And we asked Paul about some of the things that he did. Have you got a place that you've been around the area for a long time, growing up over in Berea, but do you have a place here that you make sure that when somebody new comes along, you take them over there, maybe be a restaurant or whatever?
Oh, right, Gillum's Pizza.
There you go.
Gillum's
Pizza.
I'm saying, Gillum's is my favorite restaurant in town. So.
Yeah,
Or Madison Garden.
Yeah, Madison
Or
Garden is
Apollo's
great too.
too.
Apollo's is good, but Gillum's, the pizza, wings, the little cheese bites that they got. I make sure to tell everybody, go, guys. Ask them more. I told her first time, I said, you got to go to Gillum's.
Yeah, but I think that's part of the leadership role. Again, you want to. I mean, everybody knows about the big national chain restaurants, but these like mom and pop places, these local businesses are really what I think make Richmond special. There's a lot of them. You mentioned just a few of them, but there's a lot of them downtown.
Hollerburger downtown.
Yeah, Hollerburger downtown.
What is it?
Hollerburger downtown.
I'm going to have to try that.
It's
if
on
you like
Water
burgers,
Street.
Yeah,
You gotta
Millstone.
go.
There's just so
It's
many different places
fantastic.
that you guys can go to, and
Yeah.
we asked the football guys about Jigwater. I know that's a big one. Did you ever go to Jigwater at all? Yeah, it's just like it's like a water area, like just a walk. People go down and just
It's
to
like
hang
a little
out.
creek.
Yeah, like a little
Okay.
creek
Okay,
area.
okay.
I got it. Still talking about when you guys were at Woodson Bend and you were at the pool. I saw the video of the basketball shot. You toss. You
Oh,
toss,
yeah,
you
the
toss,
trick
you
shot.
Toss.
Yeah, who put that together?
Yes.
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
All right, we
I
got to
think-
give him the mic. If he's-
Yeah, it was Austin Ball.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah. He's coming on next
Is he
week.
the one
so.
that dunked it into the?
Nah, TV was on that
You
dunking, but
dunked it. Okay.
yeah, it was all Austin.
So how
Ball's
many
idea.
people were involved? That you
was like
guys got to go
9?
back.
It was everyone. We actually had a kid that was just hanging out with his parents over there. We had him join us too.
Okay.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
and
Oh,
I-
yeah. They had at least 9 throws or something
Yeah.
like that. It
No.
was cool.
Well, we talked about the camp. What do you think, or why do you think that's important? Like being involved and showing those kids how to play the game, because a lot of them maybe they haven't played basketball before. But also, I think it creates an interest in you guys, and they want to come out whenever the season starts in November. They
Play
want
the
to come out and
games.
support you guys and
Yeah.
be there. So why do you think that's important to kind of get out there and just mingle with them, get to know them a little bit, and showcase who you guys are as well?
I mean, it's always important to go out into the community, give to the community. So that's why, Coach makes it a big thing for us to do as many events like that as possible throughout the year. It helps us, build a relationship with the community, help people get to know us a little better. We get to hang around the kids. Parents see how we act with the kids. Gives the kids a chance, Coach, after every camp, gives all the kids tickets to come to the games. So it's just it's a good way to put ourselves out there and bring
Yeah.
the community to notice to us. So
I agree. I think
Yeah.
it's great. Hopefully, we're selling a lot of tickets today.
That's what I was getting
I
ready
d-
to get to. Was
I do
ticket
have a
sales.
question,
Yeah.
Turner. Do you have a goal for how many consecutive free throws you're going to have?
Beat last year.
Yeah.
So I
we
don't
going for
like to
50?
talk about it too much
Yeah.
because
Okay.
What
It's
was the number last year?
47.
Well, it's still going.
Oh, okay.
it's
Okay,
still
so we're
going.
still
So
good.
the
Yeah.
Okay.
the I'm gonna jinx myself.
No, okay, don't say it.
All right,
don't say it. We don't want to
It-
jinx you.
it's still going.
Yeah,
That's
all
what I
right.
say.
Okay,
And there
okay.
is a goal that I have, but I'm not.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
then,
we don't know.
okay, we're
Yeah.
doing
Not gonna
that.
say
When
it.
you get there, you
It's
just
not
point
gonna
up to
work.
us like that was the goal. So,
That-
all right.
Ding,
I got you
ding.
guys.
Yeah,
All right, get online,
absolutely.
folks. They just announced the conference schedule last week, so it's on there. Go online, EKUsports.com. I know we're in the heart
Buy
of
your
football
tickets.
season now. We're getting ready to start, but basketball is right around the corner as well. We'll step aside for our first commercial break. When we come back, we started with some basketball. Let's go to volleyball next. The Madison Central Volleyball team will join us when we come back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.
You know what they say. Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Need agility? The Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power? The Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has a vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Code Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now Steel in our Georgetown store. Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come. And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Have you heard about JB's Grow Shop? They are one of the most unique businesses in Richmond. If you're a farmer or a gardener, then you and JB's Grow Shop will make a great team. They provide the highest quality organic soils, nutrients, castings, and much more to meet your indoor and outdoor growing needs. Their experts will meet with you and make sure that you are getting the most out of your homegrown plants. JB's Grow Shop is located in the Southern Hills Plaza Shopping Center at 956 Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Our bodies deserve more. We put them through a lot, and oftentimes the aches and the stress of everyday life can take a toll. Escape all of that and enter your sanctuary of relaxation with a trip to the massage studio in Berea. Unwind, rejuvenate, and restore balance to your body and mind with help from their expert massage therapist. Like the Massage Studio on Facebook for more information, and get back to being you.
The excitement of high school sports is back. Throwing into the end zone, he's got Hairston, and Hairston hauls it in! Watch your favorite team all season long on WBON TV Channel 9. Streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube, and Roku channel.
And he's going to break a tackle. Nobody is going to catch him to the house.
This Friday night, Madison Central host Connor. Watch your favorite team live on WBON TV. Welcome back into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Samantha Burford, Michael Watkins here with you on this Monday night, and we've got the Madison Central Volleyball team. And I think I didn't even realize there was boys volleyball in the state now. Those are a few teams I think kind of sprinkled around, but Alyssa Evans taking over the program this year. And how hard was it for you to put a Madison Central shirt on?
It was pretty hard.
Yeah.
Every time I go to my grandparents or my parents, they're like, "It's weird seeing you red and blue," but they're excited because they my dad and grandpa graduated from Central, and my
Okay.
aunt. They taught there, so it's kind of cool to continue their legacy to be there.
Well,
So-
for those people that don't know, I
That's
mean,
what I
we
was getting
know,
ready to
but
get
yeah,
into,
tell them what you used to do and where.
I played at Madison Southern High School. I was a middle there. I signed a D1 scholarship to Marshall University, and then played there for 2 years, then came to EKU for 2 years.
Yeah, because
So
a lot of people may not know.
And you finished up your high school career in the middle of COVID, right?
Yeah.
So the
Oh,
COVID and
the
all the
fun
fun
year.
stuff.
Yes, very fun.
What was it like playing college volleyball during COVID? Because, I mean, even when you come out of that, I mean, it was still very different than what you're used to, right?
Yeah, it was really weird. We had to practice in masks. We couldn't go around anyone other than our teammates. We were kind of in little squads of who we could be around. If you went out of that, you trouble figure out COVID testing every single week. If you
That
tested
was fun. I
positive,
remember that. That was a lot of
Mm-hmm.
fun.
you had to test negative for every game to be able to be eligible to play in masks, everything like that. So it was pretty rough, but once we got out of it, it was really nice.
And that was a lot of fun, playing in masks.
Oh, yeah.
Less oxygen. Yes.
Yes.
So the first year as the coach, first game's tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
And that's a big deal. So you all will host Bourbon County. Talk about that and just how you feel about getting the season started and finally being here.
Yeah, I think we're all really excited to get started. We scrimmaged against Whitley County last week, and that went really well. So I think we're just excited to get the season started and play together, play as a team. Obviously, last year, one of their goals that they told me was to get further in the region tournament this year. So I think just working with them to get that and continue that goal with them is really good. Just excited to get the season started with them and be with this amazing group of girls.
Now, was coaching something that you always wanted to do? Was that kind of the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I decided my sophomore year of college, I was like, you know what? I love the game. I don't really want to leave it once I graduate. So I went to Clark Moore's last year. I was the head coach there. And then Janet recruited me to play or coach JV this year. And then she resigned. So the school was like, do you want it? I was like, I guess. Kind of got thrown into it. But it was a good opportunity to have. So I took it.
I was going to say, because you're following right along of a
Yeah.
long list of great volleyball coaches.
Yes. Yeah.
So
Gotta
you
help
got big
live up.
shoes
Yeah.
to fill.
Yes.
Are you excited about that, though?
Yes,
I
I'm very
you've-
excited.
I mean, you were on a different team, but you've obviously been coached well and have
Well,
had great coaches. What are
and
you learning from them?
To that
Yeah.
point, have you talked to
Yeah.
Coach Grant at all? I know that he was
I
all
have not.
hands-on.
I don't even know if he knows.
Oh, wow.
So
Well, Coach,
I
look
guess
at
we'll
here.
find out.
Yeah.
He knows now.
Yeah, well, but Coach Grant, I know he was very good, and y'all had a lot
Yeah.
of really good teams over
Success.
at Madison
Yeah.
Southern. And but now let's introduce the girls. So we got four of the players here with you today. So we'll introduce them and talk
We
to them a
got
little
two
bit.
seniors here. Aubrey Donald, she's the libero this year. Emily Steele, one of my outsides. And then Josie Campbell, our setter, and Bella Moret, our right side.
Okay. And I know these girls have been playing for a long time. I know Aubrey and Bella, playing on the club team. I'm sure you all played club too, right? So when you played, was the club as big as it is now? I feel like there's a lot more teams than whenever you played.
There are a lot more teams, a lot more regional teams here. Whenever I played, it was just United.
Yeah.
So now you've got United. We have CKYV here in Richmond. What else is around here? Alpha in Georgetown. So there's a lot more opportunities for these girls to get extra touches and off season.
Let's pass the mic. We'll start with Aubrey there since she's the closest one to you. Now, I feel like if you have a bad game, how hard is Dad on you? Yeah, pull that up a little bit. Yeah.
He's not that bad, I would say, but I definitely get to hear about it.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't go untalked about, but it's fine. I've lived with it my whole life, so it's not anything new.
Yeah, pull that up a little bit closer
Like,
for me.
got
There
you.
you go.
Like
Yeah,
around,
you're good. Yeah,
around
yeah,
the
yeah,
dinner
yeah.
table.
Yeah.
The dinner table.
That's
Do you hear it like,
Yeah.
okay, let's talk about what
All
you
right.
did and what you didn't do? Do you?
Yeah.
I guess you get it a lot.
How happy was he last? Okay, listen. Is he better when the Eagles win or when you have a good game? What's more important for him?
Definitely the Eagles.
Okay, all
Definitely
right,
the
all
Eagles.
right.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
Well, they won the Super Bowl, so that's a little
Yeah.
bit easier.
True.
But when when you talk about having the new coach, and obviously Janet stepping down and Alyssa taking over, what's that transition been like as a senior? Because you've played for a few different coaches now. So what's it been like for you now going to a new head coach?
I think that it just had boosted my confidence to be a leader. I feel like with a change, I had to go down to the freshmen and the JV players and be like, hey, just because we have a new coach doesn't mean that we have to change. We're still a family and we're still a team, and we should continue the way we have been.
Okay. And I think that's important. I mean, obviously, as a senior, as a leader, you've been through things like that before. So being able to kind of help with that transition will obviously be important. Starting tomorrow. So what's the goal tonight? got an early bedtime to kind of get ready for this first game tomorrow?
Yeah, we've just been trying to do as much thing as unit as possible.
Okay.
Like, we have a certain dress code for tomorrow, and we all have been working really hard at practice tonight. And I don't think bedtime is necessarily like what we focus on, but just making sure that we are one team.
Okay. Emily, we'll pass the mic over
A bedtime
to you.
like
Yeah.
they're a fifth grader.
Well,
Like,
I'm still
no
used to bedtime
phone,
because I've
no-
got 3, 8, and under. But I'm still working on the bedtime
That
stuff
is true,
myself.
though.
Yeah.
Some of them may be very self-disciplined and
Well, listen,
be like,
I
okay,
know-
I'm going to bed.
If I don't get a good night's sleep, I'm cranky the next morning. I'm not as maybe alert. And you guys have to be alert out there on the
Yes, you
court.
do.
Emily, so let's talk. First of all, we got to figure out how we can be. We can make Eli Emily's brother. We talked about that before we came on the air.
Eli's known throughout
Yeah,
the county.
exactly. I mean,
Senior
he's
year,
the
broke his
quarterback.
arm,
Yeah,
quarterback. I mean,
yeah. But
it's just known.
you got a chance now to be one of these
Yes.
leaders to kind of step up and make a name for yourself here on the volleyball team. So talk about that and maybe how you feel as you all prepare to start the season tomorrow.
I think we're all very excited to get this season started, and just with a new coach, new environment, new learning opportunities, new growth. I think we're just so
Locked in. Is that a good phrase?
honestly,
Yeah.
that's the word. But we just want to make a name for Madison Central. We've not ever made it very far in
Yeah.
region, and this year I feel like we all are ready, and we all want that, and we all want to win.
Well, you've been knocking on the door for a few years.
I was
I
gonna
feel like
say, you've
with
been
big
so close.
Been
wins.
on the edge,
Yeah.
and we're ready to knock
You gotta
down
get-
that wall.
yeah, you gotta get
Yes.
past that
Yes,
hump.
for sure.
Well, why do you feel confident, or why do you think that this year could be the year to do that?
We're just a team. That's honestly all I can say. We're just so close. We're all friends this year. We all love each other. We all want the same things. We all want to see each other succeed and be the best version of each other.
What do you feel different about this year's team than compared to last year? Obviously, the new coach, but what is even different with the coaching style and things you're doing different?
I
in
think just our
practice?
drive and our push. We're all just ready. We were it was hard seeing Janet go.
Yeah.
But that change pushed us. It was like a confidence boost. We all wanted to, just because something bad happened doesn't mean that we have to be bad. We can be even better.
Well, sometimes, when you go through something like that, you can get comfortable with having the same coach over and
Yes.
over again. So a change might not necessarily be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Let's
different routine, too.
Let's pass the mic up
you
to
know.
Josie here. So talk about your role with the team this year and what you've seen from the team, from last year compared to how things are going this season.
Well, as a setter, obviously, we run a 6-1. If you don't know what that means, it means I play all the way around. So
Okay.
you, as a quiet person, I found it a little bit harder to step into the role of leadership, but I'd like to think I got a little bit more comfortable with that this year. And then as a team, we didn't have a lot of seniors last year, so I think a lot of it was just building off of what we had already done, and just with practice and everything, just being tighter and just building off the same connections we had last year.
Well, you talked about being younger last year. Do
Yeah.
you think that having that experience now for these younger players, now they're a year older, they've got a little bit more experience, and that can kind of help with this coaching change and kind of smooth things over?
Especially the communication.
Yes,
Because
well,
it's so important.
Yeah, especially
in
because
their
out there on
role.
volleyball, if you go to a game,
Yeah.
you don't realize how, first of all, physical it is, how aggressive you girls are, and how, I think, loud you have to be, to, especially being the setter. You got to be the one out there kind of controlling the pace and being the eyes for everybody else.
Yeah, definitely being the setter, you control the flow, who gets the ball. It changes the game more than you'd think. And with communication, we have had problems with that. In last year, I think that was one of our problems. And every now and then, we still need to get louder and talk better. But especially with just having the same girls in club, it's kind of hard to build that communication, just because you're playing with new people kind of every year. But just with this group, I feel like we've done a lot better more recently.
So you're the setter. Who will you be setting up? That's probably a good question, right? You got
My number one's right here.
okay, Bella, okay.
That was a nice
Yeah.
segue.
Yeah. So do you? But who else can we be expecting to go out there and be the one that does the spiking and gets the kills for you all?
Definitely Emily and my
Okay.
other outsides. Especially outside is kind of your go-to. If you don't have a great pass and you just need somebody to put the ball in the court.
Okay. So So Bella, we'll
I
pass
think
the mic
that's
over
great.
to you.
Oh, yeah.
Now we
It was a
talked
great
about,
little
and I know Philip and Jeff real good, just from being around. They've called games for us. They take this stuff very
Yes.
serious.
Well,
So
and what's crazy is that Michael really learned volleyball just a few years ago from Janet.
yeah, Janet and then Jeff and Aubrey, and Phil, they've all been my teachers essentially.
Well,
learning
and
this
I'll
stuff.
tell you this, girls, because you've always been a basketball and a football guy and baseball guy, and then when he got to see volleyball for the first
I was
time,
blown away.
blown away at how difficult it is and how much strength you have to have and leadership and communication and the power is where I was going with it.
So describe
Yeah.
your. I mean, when you think power for your spot, I mean
What
that's
are you
kind of
doing?
important, right?
Yes.
To have.
I think power is definitely control in a
Okay.
way. And, because for me, I'm the right side, meaning I'm the number one blocker going against the outside, and I need to have enough power to be able to stuff block and be able to get touches on the outside's balls, because usually the outside is the best hitter. So, and then also when I'm hitting, I need to be able to have power to find all the different shots to be able to hit and get points for my team.
Okay. Talk about your relationship with Josie. Obviously, if she's the setter and you're the person she's setting up, what do you all do to try to build more chemistry together than you may already have?
Yeah. So during club, we're on 2 different club teams, so we get a little lost. But I definitely think me and her have been going. We've been going to the gym. We've been going to the Coddle gym, and just me and her, and we've been working on sets to do to build up that flow again that we've had. But we usually just go to the gym, just me and her, and we work on it a little bit. And especially during practice, we really try.
Now, I know it's 105 outside, obviously, and you guys play indoors, but those gyms can get hot. Are you guys worried about your nutrition, your protein intake, and electrolytes? I know you're in high school, but still, you got those games can be long.
Yes.
Yeah.
We always have water on the bench. We always have at concessions. We try to always stay hydrated and fuel our bodies so to be able to play good. And we've had a nutritionist come in and we do carbs before, protein after, all stuff like that.
Perfect.
Yeah, it sounds like stuff that we didn't have that.
We
when
didn't
I
have that
played.
either when I was growing up. And
Obviously with the coach that you kind of played that same position, right? So what kind of advice has she given you to kind of take from what she was able to do? She had a great high school career and college career herself to kind of put into your own game.
Yeah, she just really helps me get in the game, and if I'm off, she's like, "Come on, Bella, you got I know you. Come on, you got this." And she she helps me push through the game even if I'm doing bad. And she, has a lot of advice and a lot of good past stuff.
Well, before we go back to coach to wrap things up,
Yes.
what's the one team? What's the team that keeps getting in the way? Because I feel like with every Central team, for as long as I've been doing these games, for football, it's Frederick
She's
Douglass.
ready.
For basketball, it might be
wanna
Frederick
answer?
Douglass. But do y'all have a team?
Okay.
All right. You just say it.
Catholic.
Catholic.
I was
That's the
gonna
team.
say.
That's the team.
It's
Okay,
Catholic.
yeah.
But I also think that's for soccer too.
Yeah, soccer's
for
probably the
Central
same
soccer.
way. Yeah,
So we
yeah.
gotta whip them in both.
Yeah. There's always that one team I feel like that just kind of gets in the way, and it's fun to beat that team though, right? And are they supposed to be good again this year?
Yes.
Yeah.
They didn't lose a lot of people except for Addie Lowe.
Okay.
So that was a really key player in their offense, but they still have a bunch of also key players from the past seasons. So
Let's go back to coach to wrap
No,
things
wait.
up.
Doesn't Lexington Catholic have Mark Pope's daughter?
yes,
Yeah, that's what I
she
thought.
doesn't play anymore.
On
I
the
don't
team?
think
She's not?
she doesn't play anymore.
Okay.
Because she's really tall, like
Yeah.
him. So,
Yeah.
yay.
She didn't play this year.
Okay.
So.
That's even better.
So we got Bourbon County tomorrow. Then you all are back at home on Thursday for Great Crossing. So talk about just the schedule and as you prepare, how important it is to get some of these folks out to watch the game. Because I'm telling you, if you've never been to a volleyball game, you are missing
It's
out.
exciting.
Wait, so you said 2020. I'm trying to think of when we started doing games. Was Corey Young, was she a senior when you were a senior? Was she a little bit older than you?
She was 1 year older than me, I
So I think that was the
Yeah.
first year when we started doing games ourselves. So, but yeah, I mean, when you look at what you did and how things are now, what do you think is the biggest difference as far as getting people to come out and support you?
Yeah, I think definitely more people come out now than they did before. I feel like when I played, we kind of had to force people to come out,
Yeah.
give them free food or something. But
I'll never turn down free food, by the way.
Free popcorn for the whole.
But I think these girls, just the program itself can bring in a lot of people, and it's just fun to come out and watch. Even if you've never watched it before, still come out and watch, have a great night. We play fairly early. I mean, 7:30, but Might be
Well, if you
late
can
for
go watch
some
a
people.
football game.
Yeah.
That's 3 hours long. Come on,
especially on Thursday. Thursday will be a really great game against Great Crossing. I'm excited to see how these girls match up with that team. Just regular seasons to come. We play Henry Clay in regular season. We've got Lafayette. What other teams do we have?
On the 23rd, I got it
Douglas.
right here in front of me.
I was going to say Douglas.
The 23rd of September, it's Catholic coming in. So let's mark that one on your calendars now. We got to have a lot of support that night, right?
Yes. And then, of course, you got the Mad Pink game at Southern this year.
Yeah, okay.
So,
and that's what, October the
end of September.
End of September. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Okay. So that's right around the corner as well. That's 29. So that'll be a big couple of weeks for you guys. Yeah. Instagram, Facebook. Do y'all have anything?
Yeah. How can we follow you?
We do. We have an Instagram.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. What's the handle on it there?
Madison Central Volleyball.
Boom, there you go.
Oh, that makes it easy.
That was simple enough.
Yeah, follow along so that you can see when these very important games are. So.
All right, folks. We appreciate the Central Girls Volleyball team for coming over with us. They open up the season tomorrow at home versus Bourbon County. A couple of games at home this week, so be sure to get out there and check them out.
We'll get to go to some.
We've got, that promo I made, there's a reason I put volleyball and soccer on there. So y'all can get on there and watch them, and we'll try to be out for a few more games this year as well. Thanks for watching, folks. We got more to get to. When we come back, we'll look ahead to Friday night. We got high school football beginning Friday night. We'll talk about that when we come back on the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports.
You know what they say? Every great season starts with a strong lineup. Need agility? The Trailblazer cuts through traffic like a wide receiver in the red zone. Power? The Silverado handles work and tailgates like a linebacker on a mission. And if you're ready to go electric, the Equinox EV has the range to go all the way. No matter your game plan, Jack Burford Chevrolet has the vehicle that suits your drive. Stop in, suit up, and let's kick off your next adventure.
Who makes the best meal in Richmond? Nuevo Vallarta. Friendly service, a place that's good for kids and good for groups. Head to Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond. Nuevo Vallarta is known for warm hospitality, great prices, great food, and the best fajitas in town. Start with an appetizer, order a la carte, or choose from their huge menu of Mexican favorites for grown-ups and kids. Nuevo Vallarta on Big Hill Avenue in Richmond.
We would like to invite you to join our family at Bishop's Small Engine Repair. Outdoor Power has become a family tradition, with 3 generations here bringing you years of experience. We will help you find the best selection of outdoor power equipment from Co-Cadet, Grasshopper, DeWalt, Makita, Echo, Shindawa, and now still in our Georgetown store. Or bring your equipment into our service department. We will keep it running for years to come. And as with all families, we have to keep Mama happy. So come on in and see us at Bishop's Small Engine Repair in Richmond and in Georgetown.
Have you heard about JB's Grow Shop? They are one of the most unique businesses in Richmond. If you're a farmer or gardener, then you and JB's Grow Shop will make a great team. They provide the highest quality organic soils, nutrients, castings, and much more to meet your indoor and outdoor growing needs. Their experts will meet with you and make sure that you are getting the most out of your homegrown plants. JB's Grow Shop is located in the Southern Hills Plaza Shopping Center at 956 Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Patrick O'Neill has been serving Central and Eastern Kentucky since 1995. When someone is accused of something they didn't do, or when a good person makes a mistake, they need the best representation they can find. And that's Patrick O'Neill. Whether it's criminal defense, Social Security, disability, personal injury, workers' compensation, or deeds and wills, when you need legal advice, trust the expertise of Patrick O'Neill. He will get you the money you deserve. His office is located in Jackson, but Patrick practices all over Central and Eastern Kentucky. For more information or for a free consultation, call 606-666-2990.
Our bodies deserve more. We put them through a lot, and oftentimes the aches and the stress of everyday life can take a toll. Escape all of that and enter your sanctuary of relaxation with a trip to the massage studio in Berea. Unwind, rejuvenate, and restore balance to your body and mind with help from their expert massage therapist. Like the Massage Studio on Facebook for more information, and get back to being you.
The excitement of high school sports is back. Throwing into the end zone, he's got Hairston, and Hairston Watch your favorite team all season long on WBON TV Channel 9. Streaming on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube, and Roku channel.
And he's going to break a tackle. Nobody is going to catch him to the house.
This Friday night, Madison Central host Connor. Watch your favorite team live on WBON TV. Welcome back into the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show. Samantha and Michael. Samantha, it's been a fun show already. We're going to close things out. We got a big week of high school football. The kickoff is here.
Football action in Kentucky.
It's so much fun too. I mean, and you know, high expectations for the two county teams. You know, we're still trying to get a little bit more info out of Berea. They got a new head coach over there, a new head coach over at Madison Southern with Tim Kirk. We heard from him last week, along with Coach Blair. And you know, as we kind of previewed the games today, so Madison Southern will play Lincoln County on the road. It's a bowl game. There's actually two games that night. So take over for a second.
Oh. 2 games that night, but we will be at the Madison Central game.
We will be at the Madison Central game on
Southern
TV.
Is away,
Southern's on the road.
Madison Central has a bowl game as well.
Yeah, Central will play in the Roy Kidd Bowl. Southern can be heard on radio. You can listen to it on 106.7 The Pinnacle with Jamie Boggs and John Bailey. And they are the nightcap that game. So normally a 7:30 kickoff. They've got it scheduled for 8:15. It'll probably be more closer to 8:30 after that first game.
That's what I was thinking. It's never on time, is it?
But an exciting week. Both these two teams. I mean, Central's playing Connor.
It's here.
Yeah, Central plays Connor, and Connor, new head coach.
A history of
very good head coach. Yeah, a couple of state
Tradition of
championships under his belt, so he takes over that program.
And this is his first year there.
First year there, Coach Nash.
But he's been at multiple other schools where 2 or 3 where they have
Beechwood
won.
was the one where he kind of made a name for himself. They had a couple of really good seasons, won a couple of state championships, had a perfect year, a 15-0 record in one season. So he's built a good program over there. Now takes over a Connor program who last year was up and down, but Central, I think, is very focused. Yes. And when we talk to the Indians, we'll hear from them first. You know, I talked to Moose, McElwee, Derek McElwee.
You got to love that name.
We talked to Carson Herbst, Camden Burke, you know, the big offensive lineman. And some of these guys, I mean, they're just ready to hit somebody else. And, you know, McElwee is a guy that, man, he can hurt you. He hits hard. You know, he's going to feel that Sam not Sam. Who was the linebacker last year?
No, it was Sam Farmer's who you're thinking
Yes,
of.
that's what I'm thinking about. Yeah. So Farmer, he'll kind of fill the role that Farmer had last year and just be the guy that punishes people. And then you got a lot of guys in the backfield. McElwee might run the ball some, but you got DeBruce, Corinthian Barnes. There's just so many guys, and I'm just excited to see how they can, you know, take the momentum of that postseason run they had last year and turn it into something more this season.
I know. I'm excited, too. I won't be with you because I will be out of town.
Yeah, anniversary trip, right?
Yes, our anniversary trip, so won't be there. But I will be watching.
Yeah. Well, let's hear from both the Central players first and then the Southern players as we enter Week 1 coming up this Friday. When you look at, you know, how the seniors last year kind of led, is there any advice they gave you or something that you could take from them to be a leader more yourself this year?
Yeah, you can't harp on things. You can't dwell on anything. Like if something goes bad, like especially younger players, like they tend to get upset about a lot of stuff, and you just gotta let them know it'll be all right.
What are you most looking forward to about the start of the season?
Probably playing Frederick Douglass.
What are you looking forward to most as you guys get ready to play?
I'm definitely looking forward to our schedule. We play a bunch of really good teams this season. I'm looking forward to the competition. Teams we play, St. X, Frederick Douglass, teams like that.
When you look at, you know, this group of guys that you have, a lot of you guys played together last year, built that chemistry up. How can you carry that over to this season?
Really just keep working together as a team, bringing our young guys up. You know, seniors led really good last year. Can't really replace them. Great group of guys, but they've taught a lot, helped me a lot, and just I'm going to do the same thing, try and help the underclassmen, bring them up.
When you look at guys like Bryant Mathis, Cody Morrison, Pritchard, Ogle, guys that you're having to replace, what is the hardest part about replacing the numbers and the talent that they have?
Just the leadership, honestly. That was just an outstanding group of guys. They led the team really well, never really laid down or anything. They were always fighting, always kept going. Just a great group of guys.
You got a bigger role this year. Talk about that and the kind of pressure you feel, or maybe what it feels like knowing you've got a bigger role and opportunity this year to kind of do something for the team.
I'm ready for it. I've built my confidence up for it, and I've been under Bryant Mathis for a while. I've learned from him, and I've learned a lot of things that he's done, and I've built the mistakes I've had to learn on all that too. I'm just ready to run the rock, if I'm honest.
When you talk about Bryant, was there any advice he gave you, or what did you learn from just watching him over the years to kind of help you prepare for this role?
So I really grew up under him. I've known him since I was little, and learning from him is he always stays calm under really serious issues and all that.
You missed most of last year.
Yes, sir.
Talk about what you've been doing to kind of make sure you're ready for this season and rehabbing that injury, and how it feels being back here out on the field with your guys.
Being back on the field feels great. To rehab my injury, a lot of PT, I think 2-3 months of PT, and then I go to the gym, like Planet Fitness, I do some plyometrics, try to work it back in.
When you look at the role you have on the team this year, it seems like you can do a little bit of everything: offense, defense. What do you expect, or what has Coach Blair and the coaching staff told you that they expect of you this year coming back off that injury?
They expect a lot. They know I'm back at 100% this year, and they just want me to do the best that I can.
When you look at this group of guys, there's a lot of talented individuals out there, but what do you think makes the team itself special?
I think like Davion said, our bond and chemistry. I feel like this season we came together, and I feel like last season we've all came together and just made it like a brotherhood, and we always get onto each other. If we mess up something, we get onto each other, but we always get back and do it together, and still brothers at the end of the day. So
when you look at the 7-on-7 and you guys going out there and doing what you did as an offensive line unit, what do you think that says about the group of guys that you're up front with doing the things that need to happen in the trenches?
just hard working, because I know every guy I'm up there with on the offensive line. We've worked our tails off all off season. We've came to 6 a.m.s, and everybody has. So we've had 6 a.m.s and stuff, but we've always put the work in and didn't let down. So we just keep on going.
So year 2 is the starting quarterback here at Central. Talk about what your biggest learning experience last year was and how that'll help you going into year 2.
Yes, sir. My biggest learning experience was probably that I need to keep my head and stay cool. There's a lot of pressure situations, especially on Friday, where you tend to get stressed out and you tend to go everywhere. But especially this year at 7-on-7, I've been trying to stay level-headed, not get upset at anybody, not get upset with myself, because I make a lot of mistakes. But if I just keep going straight, staying cool, our team works a lot better and we work a lot better together than if we're all over the place.
When you look at the guys you were throwing to last year, obviously you lost a lot of that, but you've got some good talented guys coming up as well. So what have you been doing this off-season, this summer, to kind of help carry those guys and bring them into the fold and make them more comfortable?
Right. We've been going to the field a lot, working together, as most of throwing out on the field is a lot of chemistry. Through chemistry, so we go out, we'll go get something to eat, just talk, and then we'll come out here on the field, work on our timing, work on everything. We'll get on the same page. And once you're on the same page, and I trust that guy I'm throwing to, it makes it work a lot smoother.
Last year, you guys had kind of an up and down season. Injuries were a big issue. Coach Payne now gone. Coach Kirk steps in.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about what has been the biggest difference from last year and this year as you look back on how last season ended.
I think one big difference that all of us can see is where we did go through that big coach change at the end of the season. We've all been through a lot, and we've stuck together through all of it, so I think the team chemistry is a lot better than it's ever been, and I'm excited to see where it'll take us this year.
Add in some, too, about the new coach. You guys already know him and know him well, but how's it been, him being the head coach?
He's been, great. He's made sure we hold us accountable and everything, made sure we're getting ready for game day, and he's been taking care of us real good too. And I'm just excited that he's head coach.
When you look at the offense, what have you seen this summer that kind of gives you more confidence that you can have a better offense than you had last year?
One thing I think that is going to be huge is that our line has grown a lot from last year, so we'll have more time in the pocket. And with Coach Blair coming, he's a great offensive coordinator, and he's going to be able to make sure we get that ball downfield and move the ball and everything.
Last year, we talked about the offense. They had a lot of different guys that could step up and make plays. This year, you said you're going to be the tight end. So what can you bring to the offense to try to make an impact?
I really believe that I can bring a lot of leadership, you know, coaching these young guys, even the juniors, a lot of them stepping up. I think leadership is going to be a big role in helping our offense succeed, you know, getting it into everybody's head that, you know, they can prove themselves and show on the field on Friday nights what they've been doing in practice.
You know, last year you had a couple of different guys play the quarterback position, eventually settled on one. Talk about that position and the situation that you're in and your relationship with the guy that you think will be the starter.
You know, I'm not too sure who's going to be the starter yet, but with Gabe Beard and Alex Craven, it's been a battle through spring ball, summer workouts, even July practices. It's been a battle. It's been a lot of competing with each other, and I really think that will be a benefit to our team.
Well, talk to us too about July practices and even before that. What have you been doing differently this year leading up to getting yourself ready, getting your team ready, especially being a leader on the team?
I think one of our biggest things is the weight room. The weight room has been a really big thing for us, just going nonstop from June to July and then translating onto the field. I feel like that's really going to help us this year.
You look at the offensive line, defensive line. You know that's where the games are always won. You hear it all the time, the trenches. What gives you confidence that you guys can control that line of scrimmage this year?
I mean, I got to say, we did it last year, and we have the same guys coming back this year, and we're just gotten bigger, stronger. And, honestly, we've just been working our butts off every single day. And, I just feel confident that we're going to do that once again. With a new coach coming in, you obviously know Coach Kirk, but in a different role. What's that transition been like from Coach Payne to Coach Kirk, and what have you seen from him that gives you confidence that he can be the right guy for the job? Coach Kirk last year, I kind of saw him as that head coach role, in my opinion. And, him now getting that job, we've seen a big confidence boost, a big team chemistry boost. And I know that, with him, we're going to make a bigger difference than Payne.
Talk to us about being a leader on this team. Obviously, your coach is the one that selected you to come out here. Mm-hmm. What are you doing to mentor some of the younger ones?
I know that on the O-line right now, we have a young guy potentially starting, and he's on my side. I coach him up every day. I talk to him, get him mentally prepared for the games and the plays. And, even with the other young guys, I just get them through the hard times of practice. When you look at the offense as a whole from last year to this year, what do you think the biggest difference is?
In past, we've tried to keep it pretty basic and then try and expand on that, but this year we are sticking very hard to the basics and trying to get those down before we expand. It'll be more of like a game week kind of scenario if we try to expand our offense, but we're sticking very to the basics.
And talk to us too about the coach, with him being in this new role. How do you feel? What's different from the year prior?
Coach Kirk has definitely taken more of a vocal position on the team. Coach Payne was a little bit quieter and left it to more other guys, but Coach Kirk has found his spot in every position group and how to help them out, and I think that's one of the biggest things he's helped with.
What are you most excited about for this year to get started?
I think it's really exciting that all of our guys coming back have varsity experience, and we can kind of see that happening in practice the last week or so, is like the experience is starting to show. I think that's one of the bigger things this year.
Who are you most excited?
Definitely Montgomery County. Last year we went up there, we came off the first district win against East, and we were really confident, and it didn't end up going our way. So I'm definitely most excited for that matchup this year.
So looking forward to a big high school football game Friday night. And before we go off the air, Samantha, big news from Eastern Kentucky today as well.
Number 10, Miles Burkett, new EKU quarterback. Big announcement coming out
So hoping
today.
to have him on the show next week. Burkett takes over. It's an exciting time to be an Eastern football fan. But
It really is.
We'll see how he does taking over as the new QB1
Yes.
for EKU. Folks, thanks for watching. Thanks to all of our great sponsors as well. High school football back Friday night. We'll look forward to being there with you. Madison Central taking on Connor. Madison Southern on the road at Lincoln County. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show.